China in eastern Ladakh. There were subsequent plans to procure more of these weapon systems to arm Rafale jets and the indigenously made LCA aircraft. Now let's decode the Hammer weapon system. It is a medium-range smart strike munition designed to go deep inside ground bunkers and reinforced structures. The system has a range of 70 kilometers, enabling fighter jets to launch the weapon from outside the engagement envelope of enemy air defense systems. Its modular design supports multiple payloads, autonomous resistance to jamming. It can be fitted with multiple bomb sizes, including 125 kg, 250 kg, 500 kg and 1000 kg. Hammer can be fired from low altitudes and over complex terrain. Now let me straight away go to Air Marshal VPS Rana. Sir, can you just describe Hammer to us? How does it work? Why is it important for us in post-Sindoor world?
Thank you, Karthikeyan. Everybody knows that Hammer did a very wonderful job during Operation Sindoor. But what primarily Hammer is a guidance kit to the existing bombs. It's a smart kit with a guidance, with the control fins, which can carry any or which can convert any of the existing bombs into a smart bomb. If you recollect, during Kargil war, we were facing this problem of delivery into mountainous terrain, and we had quickly, adapted to. We quickly procured something known as the lightning kit from Israel, which primarily was on the similar line, and that was the only thing which changed the entire dynamics of the war in Kargil war, because that facilitated us to do the laser guided bombing.
Basically, sir, Hammer is a transformative kit. It's a kit which transforms a missile.
Absolutely. It's an existing bomb. It can be fitted, wrapped on, bolted onto existing bombs, which otherwise are dumb bombs, which are otherwise not smart bombs. That means they would basically glide and fall to a place with their trajectory. But the moment you have the smart kit like Hammer wrapped on, then it becomes a very precisely deliverable weapons, which we have seen during Operation Sindoor. It is hitting the command control centers, hitting those deep bunkers, and very effective in that precision guided attack. So that is what the Hammer does. It is many notches better than what we used during the war in Kargil. In Kargil, of course.
Can we say, sir, for our viewers, that Hammer is a cheaper alternative to the cruise missile, like Tomahawks, which the Americans uses?
You can say that, but they are different class of the missiles. Okay. Like cruise, of course. When you talk about a cruise missiles, like BrahMos and all, you can fire them from very far off distances. Then their delivery and their navigation is also different. They are going at a much lower trajectory, but they are traveling in the air for a much longer time. While the weapon like Hammer is basically a small distances in when we are talking about cruise missiles, we are talking about thousands of kilometers in the advanced versions of the cruise missiles. But when you are talking about Hammer, it just about takes to about 70 kilometers, and it's designed primarily to do a bunker kind of thing or airfield attacks from the standoff distances. But mind you, now the standoff distances actually now has become a misnomer. We used to say standoff, that means you used to be away from the enemy air defenses. But today's air defenses are very smart, whether it is air-to-air missiles or ground-to-air missile, your ranges has far enhanced. They are in kilometers. When like we talk about S-400, we are talking about 300 plus kilometers of range. So any aircraft which is wanting to launch a 70-kilometer weapon no more remains very safe from the ground defenses, or for that matter air-to-air missiles. But the fact is the Hammer does give us a tremendous capability to attack these kind of precise attacks where you are wanting to take on those kind of targets the way we took in Operation Sindoor, and also for that matter in Kargil. Like today, if we were to do Kargil, we would be in a much better placed delivery envelope than we would have been that time.
So how expensive are these Hammer kits? Do they differ? And do you think that Hammer kits are the real antidote to the large inventory of the dud bombs, which for example, we have or other countries have, which do not have a huge inventory of smart missiles like the Americans have?
So it is primarily converting the dumb bombs into smart bombs. So obviously the price actually does not become this thing, because you are buying only this kit, and thereafter whatever is your inventory with the other bombs that are in your kitty, those become now the smart bombs. So it is basically utilizing that inventory of your bombs with the smart kits like Hammer, and making them a really present time comparable to JDAMs and comparable to present generation smart bombs.
So when we say that, sir, Hammer is a system which makes dud bombs into smart bombs, what do you think should be the India's trajectory in terms of creating smart bombs, smart missiles? Where do you think we need to go?
See, this is a very good joint venture, so to say. Like any defense industry, our defense industry is really looking up, and it is also because one is that we are the biggest importer. That is one reason, and I also see the potential of this in the regional dynamics, that you could also become, if your contracts are likewise concluded, then you could also become a regional supplier for that. So not only that, your own needs will get fulfilled, your supply chain would get shortened. You could also become the exporter, provided that is part of your contract with Safran. So it is a high potential. Your defense industry ecosystem improvises a lot. Needless to say that it provides a lot of know-how, but that would depend on what the kind of transfer of technology is involved. What I get to see that we are looking at almost 60% of this being indigenously developed. A lot of critical subsystems are going to be made in India, and so that gives you a really good ecosystem for a defense industry to grow.
Do you think that this indigenization process has picked up in last 10 years, sir?
Absolutely. I mean, I think we have gone a big way, and it's been a big boost to our defense industries. And like you've said, like you've been covering in all your the programs recently, there are a lot of interest by the Western companies to do the JVs with us, by the Russian and also like France. Incidentally, France already has been doing with the Bell in terms of the radars and all that. So this is actually a good sign for us that you are doing more on a defense industry level of cooperation, rather than just the government to government, and rather than just buying. So now you are here, you are doing an industrial collaboration, which is a notch higher than just the government to government interactions.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So this is all I had on point today. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. All of you, thank you and good night.
What is speed? Do you ever see it? Or is it something you feel? Speed, it's relative. The more you speed up, the more the world slows down. And when you are fast enough, everything becomes still. That's when you see the world as it truly is. Servo Hypersport F5, when speed is your default.
He is brilliant, लेकिन अक्सर बहुत टायर्ड हो जाता है. मैं क्या करूं?
2 स्पून काफी है. ये प्रॉब्लम दूर करने के लिए लायन डेट सिरप. इसमें आयरन, फाइबर्स, विटामिन्स और किसी भी बीमारी से लड़ने की ताकत बहुत ज्यादा है. रोजाना 2 स्पून लायन डेट सिरप हल्के गर्म दूध में भी मिलाकर पी सकते हैं. लायन डेट सिरप रोजाना 2 स्पून.
सर, वाटर प्रूफिंग के लिए बेस्ट.
वेंकी जी, एक छोटा सा गिफ्ट बिरला ओपस अश्योरेंस देने के लिए.
ऐसा क्या है इसमें?
1 साल में वाटर प्रूफिंग को कुछ भी हुआ तो वापस करके देंगे.
वापस करके देंगे,
वो भी फ्री. पेंटिंग में पहली बार बिरला ओपस अश्योरेंस. रजिस्टर करो birlaopus.com पर.
पढ़ता है, खेलता है, झूलता उछलता है, दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है. आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया, अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया.
is India's #1 news network, and you're watching News 9. English news as it should be.
In a major strategic move, Taiwan has now announced an additional $40 billion defense package to counter what it calls intensifying threat from China. President said that the spending shows Taiwan's determination to protect itself, stressing that there is no room for compromise when it comes to national security. Take a look.